Today I'd like to share with you how I play Metallica's Enter Sandman. So let's start obviously at the beginning and with that clean intro riff. Now I play that like this. Now what I'm doing there is I hit the low E open with my third finger at the 7th fret of the A string and my first finger on the 5th fret of the D string. I then take my second finger on the 6th fret of the low E and then down a half step with my first finger on the 5th fret of the low E. Then I close that riff with my third finger on the 7th fret of the A string. So slowly, now you'll play that like, I don't know, 500 times, and then the second guitar comes in, on the heavy channel. Now what you're doing there is you'll start off, and this whole section is just building the tension. So what you're doing is you're riding that just E power chord. I take whatever fingers works for you. I use my second finger and I slide up from the 6th fret to the 7th fret on that A string. Now when you go the next phase, there's 3 phases to this. Then you'll go and then add that F power chord there. Now the next time you're going to do this, so you're going with your third finger on the 7th fret of the A string, second finger on the 6th fret of the low E, and then your first finger on the 5th fret of the low E to the F chord. And that builds into that, main hook. Now what you're doing there is, instead of hitting that F, you're going from the open, that E power chord. I slide, usually I think from the 5th fret there. So it's G, F. Now that'll take you to where the verse comes in. Now the verse, you're just going to ride that E, add an F power chord in there. Now that takes you to like the little pre-chorus thing there. Now you're in F sharp. Now what I'm doing there is with how I play it is with my first finger on the 2nd fret of the low E. I use my pinky there, but you can use your third finger, whatever works for you. But the notes are with my pinky at the 4th fret on the D string, and then with my first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. And then I take my 2nd finger at the 3rd fret on the A string, half step down with my first finger on the A string there at the 2nd fret. So it's kind of like that. That's how I play it. That takes you into the chorus. Now for that chorus, you're going into the F sharp there, hit that power chord, and then keep your 3rd finger there at the 4th fret and do a chromatic walk. So from there, you'll go into another verse, and then another, another pre-chorus, another chorus. Now, after that 2nd chorus, that'll take you into the lead. Now, for the lead, what they're doing is they're just playing the same verse. They do a verse. This part. Sorry, forgive me. To the F sharp, and then it goes into the chorus. So it's basically they just took the structure of like where verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then he solos over that, and then that'll take you into, after they break out of that. And then it goes back into for the little Lord's Prayer there. And then, hush, little baby, don't say a word. So one guitar can... Gripping your pillow tight. And then it's just, spread, all you have right there, all the parts that you need to piece the rest of that song together. So, again, it's 5:30 in the morning, so my brain is like, what was that next part? Shit, I haven't played the song in a while. So, but there's all the parts that you need to get through the song. I hope that helps. I hope you dig it. And as always, if you do, feel free, please subscribe.